Whew, it's been a long night. I haven't slept. I literally just took some, stuff to help me sleep, and I got a phone call, and this is a big break in the case, very big. As you know, yesterday, Charlie Kirk's life, he was taken from us for having a difference of opinion, and many people wondered, is this an inside job? What's going on? People don't know anything about what's going on. People waiting, trying to figure out what's going on in the news. Well, early this morning, an email came in from the Department of Justice, and it came into Steven Crowder's tip line, and he called me early this morning, just as I was maybe ready to fall asleep, and we now know that this was, in fact, ideologically motivated, and it was, in fact, a trans radical. These people are coming into our churches, our schools, our conventions. We also know the weapon that he used. It was a 30-06. He or she used. I assume it was a male. Here's the post from Steven Crowder. All credit to his team. Again, he's the type of guy that can handle these tips. He's got lawyers, he's got all that kind of stuff. And so, who knows if this was ever going to get released to the public. This morning, my team received an email from an officer at the ATF. The email included a screenshot from what appears to be an internal message describing the weapon and cartridges located by the ATF and other law enforcement near the scene of where Charlie Kirk lost his life. Now, what's interesting is I'm guessing they must have left the weapon behind because there was only one shot. People initially said there was no cartridges recovered. That appears to be fake news. Quote, on September 10th, 2025 at 12:24 p.m., conservative political influencer Charlie Kirk was taken from us at Utah University in Orem, Utah. Mr. Kirk was speaking at the university as part of an American comeback tour. Multiple SLC 1 and 3 agents responded immediately. The suspect fired one shot from an elevated position on a rooftop in an adjacent building on the campus, and surveillance video shows the suspect jumping off and fleeing the area on foot. So we now know we have some surveillance footage. And I'm going to be, as soon as I can get my hands on that, I'm going to share that. Again, make sure you're on both of these channels because I'm publishing alternating videos here because it's hard to keep up with all the news that's breaking. ATF and other law enforcement have located an older model imported Mauser 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel in a wooded area near the campus. So he had it wrapped in a towel and he ditched it. The location of the firearm appears to match the suspect's route of travel. The spent cartridge was still chambered because it was bolt action. That's how they got it. In addition to 3 unspent rounds at the top feed of the rounds of the top feed magazine. All cartridges have engraved wording on them expressing transgender and anti-fascist ideology. An emergency trace has been submitted by ATF SLC as working leads generated by this trace. The firearm and ammunition have been taken by the FBI for DNA analysis and fingerprint impressions. Upon completion of forensics, the firearm will be disassembled for additional importer information. Multiple people of interest have contacted or detained because of eyewitness testimony and review of the video footage. The primary suspect is yet to be identified. ATF is assisting in the investigation with multiple other federal, state, and local partners, and the case is co-led by the FBI and Utah SBI. And here is the screenshot. You can see it right here. It's real. It's from the Department of Justice, and it was a leftist. We're at war. They take the lives of our children in church. They take the lives of our children in schools. They take the lives of our political leaders, our spiritual leaders. They took a father from his husband, from his two young children, as I believe they were on site. And all because people want to believe that biology is real and that there are only male and female. I feel encouraged that they have found the weapon and that they have said there is video footage that he fled in the woods. They fled in the woods. Again, I'm sure it's a man. The fact that the bullets were inscribed as such generally means that the person who did this wanted them to be found. They wanted to send a message, and that is that you are not allowed to discuss the trans debate. You are not allowed to discuss, biology. You are not allowed any of this. You are not allowed to have an open debate. You're not allowed to have, I mean, this is an attack on Christians, an attack on conservatives, on Americans, on common sense. And, right now, my only hope is that they're closer than I know, and that by the time I wake up from a nap, this lunatic should be arrested. Hopefully will be arrested. I mean, I hope they put out a huge reward, multi-million-dollar reward. And, absolutely thankful that some brave person inside the ATF shared this information, because I don't think we ever would have gotten it. I don't think we ever would have gotten it. This is the Democrats making. They have created an army of killers, of people who have no value for life. They have no value for decency. They are mentally deranged, and they are taking our lives. I don't know what the solution here is, what the what's going to happen even an hour from now. But I want vengeance, legal vengeance. I want the people that perpetrated this rhetoric, that drove people who are already mentally ill to do this. I want accountability. I want CNN, MSNBC, and all the pundits that they have to have accountability, because this is a monster of their own making, and it has been set upon the American people, set upon exclusively Christians and conservatives. I can only hope, pray that this individual is taken alive, and that we can understand a little bit more about how they were radicalized, where they were trained, how long they had been training, if they were working with other people. Because I now know, it appears that people on the scene have, it appears that people on the scene may have been working with the shooter. People cheering when Charlie went down. People posting on X with seemingly prior knowledge that this was going to be happening. I want to know how we got here today outside of what I already know. And that is, of course, that, the media has fomented this. The media has brought this upon Charlie and his family, his wife and his children. The media and their rhetoric has brought this upon the churches and the schools and your children. I'm going to be all over this story. The second I have more information, make sure you turn notifications on because YouTube only sends 2 or 3 a day. I'll be all over this story. And I'm off to make a pot of coffee right now. And I will report more as it becomes available.